Hello, Gemini. Great to have you here. My name is Shauna. Today's reading is a general love forecast. As always, take the messages that resonate and release anything that doesn't. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay connected with upcoming readings. Let's see what's headed your way, Gemini. This video out so late. I had trouble pulling cards for especially Libra, Aquarius, Libra, and Geminis. And I do feel like it might be an air sign thing for this these mid-month readings. So I have the cards laid out. This is like the third take. I'm just going to leave the cards out like this. So hopefully the next month you get to see the shuffle. But since the cards are already laid out and they're confirming like the same story as the previous two readings, I'm just going to leave them here like this for just to save time. So let's go over the spread. I do feel that a lot of you are going to be dealing with a fire sign. Okay, a fire sign is an Aries, a Leo, and a Sagittarius. I do sense what happened here is this can be a new or an old person, but I do feel at the heart of the matter here, we have the Five of Coins. This is you feeling very unsupported, unloved, and kind of cast out, okay? So a lot of harsh words might have been exchanged between the two of you and a fire sign. A lot of words might have been basically, boundaries were crossed, or even, they were impinging upon your space. They were like out of line in the way they interacted with you. So they might have like, offer their opinions, offer their guidance, and they might have just interfere a little bit too much into your life. And as a result, like interference shows that, the other person cares about you. But when they interfere, it usually comes out in a way where it's like they undermine your ability to take care of yourself, your ability to think for yourself. So it's a huge interference, hindrance on your free will. So as a result of this, you feel very undermined. You might feel very belittled, and you're not able to fully implement free will or exercise your free will in making decisions for yourself in your life. I do feel that in the recent past, this person has always been, that presence in your midst, okay? For a lot of you, this might be a new person in which you're kind of feeling left out in the cold. They somehow rush into your life and they come to your rescue, okay? So what I'm sensing here is if this is an old person, they might be the one that is causing you to feel very undermined. If it is a new person, they're kind of like shaking you out from your funk, or getting you out of your funk. Okay, so if you can look at it this way, you're in a very, very dark cave in the Five of Coins. It's lit up by candles, and candles can only provide so much visibility because the flames are so small. So this person is rushing into your life, this new person, and they're bringing a torch with them, and they're illuminating the path for you. So I do feel you were feeling cast out, and this new person, new fire sign, is coming through and providing illumination into your life. I do sense as well a lot of this situation has to do with anxiety regarding work, regarding finances, regarding what phase of your life you want to pursue next, okay? So it's not so much love related, but I do feel that by virtue of being in your life, this new fire sign is able to help you at least solidify some of your goals, or they're helping you through, the whole bouncing ideas off of, like they're soundboarding for you. So they're allowing a platform for you to bounce your ideas off of them, or either that they're providing an opportunity for you to really think about the next phase in your life, because you might not see the whole picture. So what's crowning you here is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess indicates to me that at this point in your life, due to interaction with this new person, you're basically, coming to terms with what it is that you want to proceed with. At the same time, if this is an old person in your life, I do feel for a lot of you, you're going to be able to leave them behind, because I have the Ace of Cups here, or the Page of Cups, excuse me, in the reverse position, which indicates like affection, or gifts of, or even like a gesture of appreciation. given and then very, very quickly rescinded. So it's somebody who gave without thinking, and then, they lose interest just as fast. So because you are dealing with an energy that might be a little bit flaky, that might be a little bit like sporadic and erratic, you don't really know how you stand, where you stand with them, and you might not choose to move forward with them. I don't feel that it's going to be conducive for a partnership. On the other hand, if it is a new fire sign, and by new, something that happened, the most stable, but at the same time, they do bring a lot of new insights into your life. And I do feel that in the past, too, you have a lot of options opening up for you. You don't really know what to do. And just by your interaction with them, you're starting to realize, starting to go through that whole unveiling process in which choices are being dwindled down, and you're starting to see, the bigger picture, and you're starting to go through a phase of implementation. We have the Page of Swords coming through. This is you arriving at a place of better clarity, a place of like seeing a bigger breadth and depth of vision, so that you're able to move forward with your life in a way where, you're incorporating all the knowledge in order to have a better or more successful future. So I do sense that if the fire sign has been flaky in the past, you are going to forge ahead on your own without them. So the advice here is that for those of you who are especially dealing with a new Aries, I do feel that one of the main advice here is, this is a card related to the family. It is related to, empire building. And when I think about empire, I do think about the traditional family unit. For those of you who are dealing with a fire sign that is in particular like an Aries, I do sense that you have to give this person some credit, okay? He or she knows exactly what they're doing. And I do feel that if this is somebody who is in your family relationship or in your family circle, it is really time to treat them like an adult, and to assume the best of them, and to assume that they are totally and completely confident and competent. And I do sense that this whole unveiling process, you are starting to see their emotional and physical maturity level. You are starting to see that they've really come into their own, and they're capable of taking care of themselves, okay? So for those of you who might have had like an Aries child, and once a child is always going to be, the child in his mom or his dad's eye, and it's like, it's really hard to see your child out of context, okay, like as an adult. So it is really important for you to like rein in your ability of wanting to control this person's life, because they're going to break out of it. They're coming into their own, and you have to give them the courtesy, you have to give them the trust, the faith, the courtesy to live their life the way that they want. So don't be the micromanager, okay? I know that's not a typical Gemini trait, but I do sense that this might be a message coming through for some mothers out there, or somebody who might have like, micromanagement control issues when it comes to somebody in their family who might be of a younger age, and who is starting to come into his or her own, and they're not able to do that unless you loosen the reins a little bit, unless you allow them to grow into their own, okay? So you have to provide that environment of independence, stability, but also, that loving environment for them. So you want to promote their individuality, because Aries are fiercely independent. But at the same time, you want to show them that, no matter what life's dealt you, I will always be here for you. So um, it's that balance between detachment and, unconditional love, okay? So that's something that you're going to have to grapple with. For those of you who might be dealing with like a younger Aries character that you want to who is trying to, grow up, and who's trying to establish his or her own life, okay? So aside from that, for others of you who are dealing with fire signs in general, I do feel at this point in time, you are not going to make the same mistakes when it comes to the way you interact with them, okay? So once again, fire signs are fiercely, fiercely independent. And I do feel that most of the time, they know what they want, and they usually go after it, okay? So I do feel with the Fool in the reverse position, for those of you who might have been like, promised too much, and then, they tell you they love you 1 minute and then they rescind their offer the next, or they blow hot and cold with you, or, they might be a little bit flaky in the past. I do feel you're not going to rush into this situation again. You're going to focus more on your social dating. You're going to focus more on, letting go of conflict, because you feel that further down the line, it is going to be mentally draining for you and more frustrating for you than it is for them, because like they come and go as they please. So it seems as if even if you were to tell them, that I'm really frustrated by your flaky behavior, they're not going to understand it at a core level. They just feel you're being, picky and sentimental. So you're starting to pick your battles at this point, but more than anything, you're deciding to basically scrap them from your life, and you're going to focus more on, the immediate things in your life, the things that are actually of made more of a concern to you, which is definitely your work situation. There's something breaking through in the work environment that is bringing about a lot of success. So for those of you who are thinking about, wanting to start a business partnership, wanting to like quit your job and, take a leap of faith and start your own business, for those of you who are looking for like a big loan in order to finance the next phase of your life, I do feel that the next 2 months are going to be very, very important times for you, okay? For you to get this project in order, to get this next phase of your life in order, or at least to lay down the groundwork for the next phase in your life. So that's where your energy needs to be focused, okay? So never mind this relationship situation. What I am sensing here is the fire sign that you're dealing with, regardless of, the specific zodiac sign, I do sense that they are coming into their own. They are very self-possessed. They are going to do things so only the way they know how. And you have to let go of control, and you have to like you have to live and let live, okay? They're very different from you, and it is really important for them to just let them be and let them live their life, okay? And then you focus on the financial aspect for this month. I also sense as well in the work situation, there are projects that somebody like trusted you to bring to fruition, okay? So you might have had to work with somebody like within the past 3 months. You might have had to work with somebody in a partnership capacity, okay? It didn't pan out very well. So now it's sort of like you're in an environment and you're supposed to all collaborate with one another, but the collaborators are nowhere to be found. So you're basically, burning the midnight oil, putting this project together completely on your own. And more than anything, I do feel that at the end of it, they're going to, your supervisor, whoever it is that entrusted this project to you, are going to know that the other people didn't chip in. So you're going to be the one to get all the accolades, okay? And at the same time, that's what you're really hoping for. So I do feel that it is going to pan out well for you, because whoever puts in the most amount of work is going to get adequate compensation and rewards. So you don't have to worry about it. I do sense as well in your present work situation, it might be a little bit problematic due to jealousies, due to hostilities, and just, gossip. A lot of gossip from other people surrounding you, surrounding this situation as well. You are going to get over it. You are going to be able to overcome it, because your ability to work trumps everything else that other people want to, throw at you and want to undermine you, okay? So your ability to manifest new things in your life is really good. So I would say that for the next 2 weeks, one of the main theme here is finding a new way to forge ahead with your life in light of everything that happened, since a month ago, okay? So it's sort of like figuring out at this point what you need to focus on, what you don't want to waste your energy and your peace of mind by dwelling on. And you're moving forward with like traveling light, letting people and go, and also having enough trust in other people, especially the ones that have been through thick and thin with you. You're trusting them enough to let them, live their own life, and you're detached enough at this point to live and let live. And at the same time, you are going to focus more on, working for yourself, doing things that make you happy, manifesting things, especially like financial stability for your own life and for your own peace of mind, okay? So it is a very, very fruitful month for you for wrapping up projects, getting very good reception for a work well done, getting, performance reviews and things like that possibly coming in for a lot of you. But it is a important month overall for knowing why certain people are in your life and who is true to you and who you should keep around. I feel like for the past year as well, this is something that Geminis have to grapple with, okay? And it is a matter of, quality over quantity. And before, it was never such a problem. You go through life, you collect experiences, you collect friends, and you have like a lot of friends from different walks of life, from different station in life, from different like socioeconomic class, from even like, across like the whole political spectrum, okay? So you have friends in high and low places, and you have always like you've always really like admire or even like that about your ability to mingle with people from all walks of life. But I do sense that for this month you are starting to whittle down, or at least your social circle and your friendship circles, your family circle, your family unit. You're starting to narrow down your choices, your options as to what it is that you're looking for to foster meaningful relationships more than anything, okay? It's not about love, it's not about family, it's about treating people all on the same playing field and picking and choosing who it is that you want in or out of your life, mainly because I do sense that within the past 2-3 months, you have started to realize that a lot of them don't have your best interests at heart. A lot of them are just like very, very I would say fake, but it's sort of like they're not sincere. When the going gets rough, they're not there for you. So you know at this point who's there for you, who's going to be there for you in the future if there's ever a problem, and you know who you're going to be there for when they themselves face a problem. So at this point, it's just like quality over quantity, and I've been saying this same, seeing the same theme for Scorpio, except Scorpio, it takes like, massive, major falling out for them to realize that, okay, I have to let you go. Whereas for Geminis, you go through like a whole reshuffling phase of your social circles, of your friendships, and you're starting to figure out, what makes the cut. So every 6 months or so, it happens again with Geminis. So I do feel that's the cycle for you. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I do feel that we do have to introspect and re-examine our lives every few months. It's all a part of growing up. So you are definitely on the right track, Geminis. And I do feel for your financial situation, that's where the rest of this month your energy should be spent or exerted or focused. Okay, focus on the financial situation. A lot of you might have recently like moved out of a home environment and you're trying to find a new place, or you're trying to like you might be a little bit worried about money. I do feel financially you're going to be okay. It's just if you were in a subleasing type of situation, you were living with somebody, there might be that falling out between you and the other person, and now you're trying to be civil with one another, but you know for sure that you're not going to trust them moving forward, okay? So it's a month of like lessons learned, and these lessons were learned the hard way and they're not going to be repeated in your life, okay? So I do feel that you have you can be thankful for that, okay? So Geminis, please take care of yourself. I will see you once again possibly next week for the all signs weekly reading. I am sincerely sorry for uploading your video last, okay? So I'm very, very sorry about that. So if you would like a private reading, please send me an email at temperatestar@gmail.com. My information on my website can be found in the description box below this video. I wish you the